What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special video today. I have spent about 6 or 7 hours just setting up this video and a couple hours yesterday as well. It is the ultimate Futmas trading guide. We're going to be covering everything revolving around Futmas, the SBCs, the fluctuation of prices, and everything. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's go for 4,000 likes on this video, and I'm not joking. 4,000 likes. It's one of only 6 ultimate trading guides that I'm going to be bringing out throughout FIFA 18. You guys already saw one for Halloween and for Black Friday. Here's the third one, which is Futmas. You'll see one for Team of the Year. You're going to see one also for Team of the Season, and I'm going to sprinkle one in there as well, maybe for footies, maybe for St. Patrick's Day, maybe for both. I'm not sure. But this is a very special video, so make sure to hit that like button. And if I haven't sold you on subscribing to the channel, watch the video, then you'll want to sub at the very end at least. So let's go ahead and start it off with the more fun part of the video. And if you haven't already noticed, I'm going to do this on one take. I've set everything up, and here it is. Number 15. Well, what does this mean? If you guys didn't play FIFA 17, ultimately, we saw every single day, starting on December 16th, going through December 25th, we saw a new SBC, 3 new SBCs for different players that had the number 15 on their kit, or the number 16, or the number 17, according to the day it was of December. So on December 22nd, you saw players who wore the number 22 for their club. Now this is for their club, not their national team, and a lot of research and work went into doing every single number for this, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. For number 15, the most prominent players with these numbers are Sturridge, Moses, Barzagli, Hernandez, Nzonzi, Moreno, and Paulinho. Now, I looked as far as I could. I looked at each big club. I tried to find all the biggest players, but if you guys can think of any other players that could be number 15, let me know in the comment section down below, and that goes for 16, 17, and beyond. So that is for number 15. Moving on to number 16, we've got Blajkowski from Wolfsburg, we've got De Rossi from Roma, we've got Zieler here for Stuttgart, Kondogbia from Valencia there, then we've got Parolo from Lazio, Deulofeu from Barcelona, Herrera from Porto, and Traore from Mönchengladbach. My favorites here, I would really like to see a Deulofeu. I would like to see a Blajkowski because I really just love Cuba. We did see De Rossi last year. Now, I tried not putting all of the players that were in last year's SBCs in these numbers, but I decided to include a couple of them just because we don't know if they might do the same one as last year. I'm sure they're going to do a lot of different cards, but I'm not sure if they're going to do the exact same cards, but they could throw in 1 or 2 from last year, like De Rossi. So, De Rossi would be a decent card, pretty average CDM, but would get the job done. And then Traore, also from Bundesliga, right mid, 90 pace. That looks pretty good. So moving on to number 17, we've got Kevin De Bruyne, Boateng, Mandzukic, Benteke, Hamsik, Paco Alcacer, Sissoko, Bakambu, and Immobile. I think I have the most players for number 17. There's a lot of number 17s. Now, De Bruyne, that's a big card, and that's going to be a very expensive one. Same really goes for Boateng, and even Hamsik for that matter. I do kind of expect to see a Boateng. I would like to see a Bakambu as well, because that card looks absolutely unstoppable. We've already seen him get an inform this year. On top of that, you know, even better stats. That is ridiculous. Immobile is possible. Pretty decent card there as well. And then maybe we'll see Paco Alcacer from Barcelona as well. Moving on to number 18, we've got Gylfi Sigurdsson from Everton. Newly transferred there. He is number 18 at Everton. And he would have an 85 rated card if you guys can't see the number behind the 18. Pretty decent card, but ultimately with that 70 pace, a little bit limited there. Then we've got Jermaine Defoe, who we did see last year. Fakir, I believe we also saw last year. Then we could also see Alberto Moreno. DeMarcos, we might have seen last year as well. Jordi Alba would be a great card to see. Nicola Sansone and Guardado would be a decent card. Guardado, he's got all stats 66 and above, so all around midfielder, but ultimately nothing special there. I would like to see a Sansone and a Jordi Alba, though, and even an Alberto Moreno, because right now we don't see too many left backs from the Premier League. We've got Ashley Young, we've got Kolasinac, but Alberto Moreno getting an upgrade on his card would actually be a pretty decent card. Then moving on to number 19, Slimani, Banega, Fabian Johnson, Bonucci, Diego Costa, Sadio Mane, Aurier and Sané would all be players that wear the number 19. And obviously, Mane and Sané have already gotten Player of the Month upgrades and Hero upgrades as well for the Mane card. So those are going to be very, very good Futmas cards if they do end up getting into the day 19. 98 pace, 90 dribble, 80 physical, 84 shot, and 83 passing is about what you'd expect from Mane, and something very similar for Sané as well. But the one that I'm actually really hoping for is Aurier on this one. I would love to see an Aurier card because these Futmas SBCs last year were not that expensive to do. You could probably do an Aurier for maybe 100,000 coins, which I think is definitely worth it given the fact he's got 85 pace, he's got 85 physical, pretty good all-around stats, and he's at Tottenham with an 82 overall. That's pretty good, but don't overlook the Bonucci card as well. Let's move on to number 20. We've got Kurzawa, we've got Abate, we've got Aduriz, we've got Dele Alli, we've got Mustafi, Marco Asensio, and Lallana are all cards that we could see. Last year, we saw Kurzawa, but all these other guys are new. And that Marco Asensio card, I really have a feeling they're going to do that one. Lallana would be really nice. He's got all-around stats as well. And since Mustafi already has 2 informs, getting another upgrade on his card would be a very, very good center back from the Premier League. Plus, he's German to link with those Bundesliga center backs and goalkeepers as well. Dele Alli, who hasn't gotten an upgrade yet this year, could also get it. And then Aduriz, same thing for him, getting his first upgrade. And then Abate for Inter Milan is another number 20, which would be a pretty decent card. Moving on to number 21, we've got Zappacosta, a new transfer to Chelsea, who wears the number 21. Biglia at AC Milan. You've got Oxlade-Chamberlain for Liverpool. Andre Schürrle for Dortmund. Andre Gomes for Barcelona, David Silva, and Ander Herrera. My favorites from here are probably David Silva because he's already gotten a couple upgrades this year. One of them's a right winger, but if they put him back in the middle and give him a 90 rated card with 91 dribble, 92 passing, 75 pace, which isn't too bad, that card would be pretty good. I would hope they give him a bigger shot boost than I did, but overall, pretty good card. And then Oxlade-Chamberlain, given the fact that there are already a lot of right wingers from the Premier League, I really don't see a need for Oxlade-Chamberlain, but they might do him. And then Ander Herrera looks pretty good as well. So moving on to number 22. We've got Gaetan, Juba, Asamoah, Mkhitaryan, Isco, Willian, Shaqiri, and Danilo Pereira. We did see Willian last year. I can't remember the other ones that we did see, but I remember I did the Willian one last year. But we could see Gaetan. That wouldn't be a great card, to be honest. Juba, I would never do that card. Asamoah, pretty average. You could easily just go ahead and get an Alex Sandro and probably spend maybe 20k more than what this Futmas card would cost, so I hope they don't do that one. Mkhitaryan looks great. I used his regular gold card in the tournament that I played in over on Twitch a week ago, and his gold card was very, very good. So if he got an upgrade for Futmas, I would probably be tempted to do that card, even though I'm trying to stay mostly liquidated and not do too many of these non-tradable cards for SBCs. Then we got Isco, who has already got an upgrade, I believe, and that would make him an 88 rated for his Futmas card. And then Shaqiri, who would be a pretty average right wing. Same thing I said with Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't really see a need for any more right wingers from the Premier League. And then Danilo Pereira. This card, even though it would be hard to link with, given the fact that he's in the Portuguese league, very, very good card. So if you could get that in a squad, looks really, really nice if they end up dropping him for December 22nd. Moving on to December 23rd. These are players that wear the number 23 on their back for their club. You've got Seamus Coleman, you've got Eder from Inter Milan, Emre Can, Christian Eriksen, Arturo Vidal, Umtiti, and Batshuayi are all cards that are all guys that wear the number 23. And my favorites from here is probably Eriksen and Batshuayi. The Batshuayi card actually looks pretty decent, giving him 87 shot with 84 pace and 80 physical, although he still only has 3-star skills. That card would be pretty good, and I would like to see the banter from him over on Twitter. Seamus Coleman, don't really see a need for him. Definitely better gold cards in the game, like even Bayern for 4,000 coins. I'd rather go with than that Coleman card right there. Eder doesn't look too bad with 87 pace. We did see Emre Can and Vidal last year, so I don't really want to see them again. Emre Can looks decent, though, but Umtiti does look really, really good from Barcelona as well. Two more. We've got number 24, who we've got Ezekiel Garay. We've got Insigne, who we did see last year. Rugani, Perrin, who we saw last year, Gary Cahill, Florenzi, and Jimenez. My favorites here, I want to see Insigne again. I love him. I love Insigne's card every single year. I hope they do him again and put him back into Futmas. I hope that we see a Gary Cahill, honestly. The card doesn't look spectacular, but getting an untradeable center back from the Premier League would probably be cool. Then we've got Florenzi there, who looks very, very good. So I hope they do a Florenzi one as well. Moving on to the final day, which is December 25th, which is Christmas. We've got Funes Mori from Everton. We've got Rabiot from Paris Saint-Germain. Socrates from Dortmund. As a Dortmund fan, I would love to see Socrates. Berardi, Thomas Muller, Fernandinho, and Valencia. I believe we saw Thomas Muller last year. I can't remember exactly, but I know we saw Fernandinho, so we might not see those guys again, but we could see Funes Mori, which would be a decent center back from the Premier League. Rabiot, pretty all-around player from France. Berardi, that looks like a pretty decent card, plus he does have 4-star, I believe. And then the big one, Valencia. That would be huge for the market of Inform Valencia, because the Inform Valencia obviously was in Team of the Week 1, and that card was about 100 to 200k to start out. As we got farther into the year, that Valencia card has continued to rise. If they did drop an 86 Valencia, that Inform card would crash, and a lot of people would probably do the Futmas Valencia card. But that is it for all the possibilities that I've come up with for SBCs every single day. So let's move on to a calendar I've put together to help you guys understand when everything is happening. So right here you guys can see it's already past December 8th. I believe I'm going to be uploading this on either the 11th or if I push it back to the 12th, but I am recording this on Monday the 11th. We've already seen the beginning of the 18 days promotion for the 18 days of Futmas. That's a giveaway promotion done by EA over on their social medias like Twitter. So you don't have to worry about that too much in terms of FIFA. What we do have to worry about is Team of the Week 13. All of the days of Futmas SBCs, which you guys can see right there, pretty straightforward. Day 1, which is number 15, will be on the 15th, and then so on and so forth all the way to the 25th. But I also put a couple of other things on here so we can focus on them. Now, Team of the Week 13, that is a big thing to consider. We've already made our investments in higher rated informs and even lower rated informs, and then we're going to see Team of the Group Stage. That's going to be done on the 15th. Team of the Group Stage promotion's done on the 15th, right when the Futmas begins. So if that Team of the Week 13 ends up having some nice 85 rated cards that are good and cheap for SBCs, it could hinder the amount that our Aspas informs rise, or our Javier Pastore informs rise, or our Neto informs rise, but ultimately we should be okay. Then we've got Player of the Month, which should drop on the 15th. Now, it was very weird. They dropped the Player of the Month nominees on like the 7th or something along those lines. It was very, very weird. It was either the 6th or the 7th. So I'm expecting it to still come out on the 15th, but it's not confirmed because they could drop it on like the 13th or 14th if they follow the trend that they drop it exactly 1 week after they release it. Then we move on to Team of the Week 14, but by that time, we should already see all the informs up in price. So we might have already sold our investments or we're holding on to them. Either way, we're making profit. The Team of the Year pre-crash is set to begin around the 17th or the 18th. Now, we did see quite a drop in prices for Team of the Group Stage, so this could definitely change, and I will be updating you guys that in future videos. So that Team of the Year pre-crash begins. I put it in between the 18th and the 19th, but ultimately that is subject to change, so take that with a grain of salt. The promotion ends on the 25th. Then we'll see Team of the Week 15 and maybe Prime Icons on the 28th, and then we should also see Winter Transfers Update number 1 on January 2nd. So I thought I'd throw that in there just to give you guys a couple more dates to expect in the upcoming weeks. So let's go ahead and move on to the trading aspect of the video. So what I've done, and you guys have seen it in previous episodes of Trading to Glory and in the trading videos that I've been releasing, but I have been picking up tons of investments. I had 3 million coins about a week ago, and I have invested everything. And if your transfer list doesn't look like this, then you're doing something wrong. And you might be a little bit too late to the party to get the best deals, but I'd say if you still have coins to invest, do so. There is a glitch to where you can send things to your unassigned and not have to worry about them, but then you won't be able to play games, open any of your free packs from daily objectives, and it's kind of annoying, so I don't do that. But here are my investments, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I've gone and got as investments for you guys that haven't seen my previous videos. So I've got 86 rated Inform Aspas cards for 42k and below. I thought that that was a great deal because he's an 86 rated Inform, and what we saw with Inform Parejo a few weeks ago is once they dropped an Icon SBC, and it was only an Icon SBC, that Parejo went from the 24,000 coins that we invested in him, and then he went extinct at 50,000 coins. So we over doubled our coins on him on 11 cards. We made a couple 100,000 coins on a simple investment as Parejo. I think something similar should happen to Inform Aspas. And not only did I pick up the 86 rated Aspas, I decided to pick up a couple 85 rated as well. He dropped as low as 30,000 coins, which I think was ridiculous for an 85 rated Inform Aspas. I've also gone and picked up a ton of 84 rated cards, and a lot of those are in my club right now because obviously I have a full transfer list. I'm trying to send everything that's not a duplicate to my club. So we've got a couple of discard informs here as well. Since you can pick them up for 11,000 coins and even lower, especially getting these guys that are from France here, they're going to get lots of links when it comes to cheap SBCs that you need an inform in, and they'll easily rise to 14 or 15,000 coins. So it's a no-risk, easy profit method, and you guys should be able to pick up those discard informs very, very, very easily throughout the next few days still, especially with the next Team of the Week coming out and on Thursday during Weekend League rewards, and even on Tuesday with Marquee Matchup rewards. It's a pretty decent time to pick up discard informs. I got a Finn Bogason, I got Rosales, and I got a couple more in my club. I picked up these Salas a while ago. I was getting them for 4,500 and cheaper. I got them for as low as about 37, 3,800, and I should have sold them earlier when they were about 7k, but I held them and they should rise up again, and we'll check their prices in a minute. Then we've got a ton of 85 rated Pastores. I picked them up for about 33,000 and less. I got them for as low as about 29,000 coins, and we'll take a look at those prices as well. I picked up some 83 rated Netos because he's the cheapest 83 rated inform in the game at 22,000 coins. I thought that was a great deal. And moving on, I've just got more and more of those same investments. Pages and pages of kind of the same idea that I've explained to you guys. You got the 85 rated informs, you've got the 83 rated Salas, and you've got a couple of Team of the Group stages as well, because what we saw last year was you did need discard Team of the Group stages for some of the Futmas SBCs. You also needed some Scream cards as well, so keep that in the back of your mind. I haven't invested in Scream cards yet because they're still pretty high in price. So I don't know if they're going to do it again this year because they have extra boosts throughout the year for Scream cards. Last year they did not, and that's maybe why they threw them in the SBCs. But for Team of the Group stages, I think that they'll definitely be required. So some more things in my transfer targets that I've picked up. I'm going to explain why. The 83s and 84s. If you can get those 84 rated cards for 2,600 coins, you're really not risking much because even if they're not used in a Futmas SBC, somehow, by the grace of God, they're not used in a Futmas SBC somehow, they'll still be safe because they're used in Icon SBCs and pretty much SBCs all throughout the year. They're not a risky investment. You can pick these guys up for as low as 1,900 coins on bid if you're lucky, but most of them go for around 26 to 2,800 coins. I picked up some more of these Team of the Group stage cards because if you're picking them up for 10,250 coins and you can quick sell them for over 10,000 coins, just over 10k, you're risking like 200 coins for each card, which is not very much of a risk when you consider the reward, which could be these cards double in price going into a Futmas SBC. So moving on, I've picked up quite a few of those cards. A lot more 83 rated cards that I was picking up for about 700 to 1,200 coins. They normally go for about 1,500, so I thought that those were great deals, and they go all the way across. And getting Lalanas as low as 700 coins on bid, why not? You know, getting Mattips for 750, not only is that a safe investment because of Futmas, it's a safe investment because of Player of the Month as well. He's in the Premier League, so on top of the Futmas SBCs, you also have the Player of the Month SBC, which could also use 84 rated cards when you think about it. But we got a couple more Aspas here for about 40,000 coins. I would have kept buying them now, but I couldn't send them in my club, I couldn't send them in my transfer list, and I didn't want to deal with the unassigned glitch that you can do. But I've picked up tons more of these cards for 10,250. And then I've got more 84s in my club, but you'll just have to trust me with that because I want to move on to checking the prices of what they've done already and what you can do from here on out. But if you guys have been watching the videos, you should be invested up. You should have these cards already, and it comes down to the question of when do we sell now? We've got Aspas. He's up to about 34.5k on his 85 rated card. You guys know that I picked him up for 32k and less, most of them for about 30k, so we're already making profit on that card. And then when it comes to the 86 rated card, which should be cheaper on Tuesday in comparison to the Monday. So marquee matchup rewards always drop that in price of current informs. Marquee matchup Tuesdays are a very overlooked day in terms of buying informs. But as you guys can see, looks like the 86 rated cards are going for still around 44,000 coins. So they haven't risen too much yet as they're still in packs. The 85 is beginning to rise. And since Pastore was in packs during the Team of the Week 10, which was during Black Friday, he's going to have a harder time going up in price until an SBC is needed. But he is over 33,000 coins, so we're already in at least the range of profit by about 1,000 or 2,000 coins per card. So that is what I wanted to talk about for investments for Futmas. Hopefully you guys have already invested. If not, you're fine. There's still tons of investments you guys can make on Tuesday after marquee matchup rewards, on Thursday after weekend league rewards, and just throughout the week you can, you know, snipe a couple different cards. Go ahead and invest all your coins. I still got 345,000 coins of about my 3.2 million coins not invested, so I'm definitely going to be picking those up. Let's move on to what's going to happen to your team of the group stage investments, and that's how we're going to finish off this video because it's getting kind of long. I'm doing this all on one take. I prepared a lot of this, but the team of the group stage investments, guys. Here is a graph of Undawan. From last year, he was a team of the group stage card. Undawan, his card was a pretty average, good Premier League card. He was going for 374,000 coins the day before Futmas began. The day Futmas did begin, he dropped in price a ton. Was that because of the fact that he was now out of packs and people didn't care about him anymore? Was it because there were so many people that wanted to sell him so they could do Futmas SBCs? I don't really know the mentality behind why everybody sold their team of the group stage cards then, but ultimately, that's what happened. So we should expect something similar, especially for cards like Casemiro, for cards like Kimmich, for cards even as big as Ronaldo and Eden Hazard and Harry Kane. Now, when it comes to Ronaldo and Neymar, those guys are going to be in the team of the year, which is expected to drop around the first week of January, maybe second week of January, and that's going to cause, especially Neymar, because Neymar's team of the year is going to be a left winger, and I expect Ronaldo's team of the year to also be a left wing card. Neymar is going to be dropping a ton because it'll no longer be the best Neymar card in the game, and it's not going to be the best Neymar card in the game by about 4 ratings. Neymar is going to be like 78 or 70, or not 78, 98 or 97 rated, and then for Ronaldo, he's going to be 99 rated. So even if it is a left-wing card, I do expect those cards to drop in price, and ultimately, I don't expect these team of the group stage to hold price at all. That's why I've been investing in the discard cards. There's no risk, and they could go up from SBCs. Nobody's submitting a Casemiro into an SBC, and also you have to consider the fact that we still have a few days left of team of the group stage. What if EA did a madness and dropped a team of the group stage guarantee SBC? Then you guys would be screwed if you had investments like this. Obviously, it's unlikely and it's not confirmed at all, but it is, you know, possible that EA were to do something like that. They've done stuff like that for OTW promotions in the past and other promotions in the past. Why wouldn't that be a possibility for it to happen for team of the group stage as well? I mean, you could argue that if they were going to do it, they would have already done it, but you never know, and it's a very dangerous game to play when you're putting your profit in the hands of EA. I wouldn't do that. I would always sell into the hype, or if it's a no-risk investment, then you can take that, you know, no risk and see if they rise for an SBC, but ultimately, I encourage you guys to sell these team of the group stage cards before they really drop in price, which should be around the beginning of the Futmas SBCs, which start on the 15th, as I said. So, that's it for today's video, guys. Again, let's shoot for 4,000 likes for this ultimate Futmas trading guide. It took me about 6 or 7 hours to set up that video and do it all on one take, but if it did help you out, drop a like on it and subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.